Sales training today is going to be a rehash. It's something that we used to cover quite a bit. I think I've laid off for a while, and I've noticed this problem starting to pop up around the state, around the nation, and just in general. So I want to cover it again. And it's the question of ownership. You are an answer. When you walk in the room, you are completely in dominant control of self. You know self. Your foundation is stronger than granite. Your bones are stronger than steel. Any of you comic book fans, you're freaking Wolverine with adamantium skeleton. Your psyche is the most powerful there is. Your psyche is as strong as the Apostle Paul, man. I mean, you are solid. You are complete control, evidence, knowledge of who and what you are. And when someone has a question, you have no insecurities. You have no weaknesses. You have no inner fears or doubts. If someone asks a question, they are not questioning you. They are somebody wise enough to come to the wisest person they know to get a question answered. And if they ask it like a petulant child, or ask such a question in a manner that doesn't sound like a question, but a condemnation, or an insult, or a rundown, or a drive at you, boom, man, the slings, the arrows, they fall off. You cannot take ownership of these things. You are too strong. They cannot penetrate your hide. They cannot penetrate your skin, if you prefer. They cannot shake your foundation. They cannot rattle your confidence. They cannot hurt your breathing. They cannot harm your ears. You are impenetrable. You take no ownership. But you respectfully respond. So someone calls and they have an issue and they're upset or they're fussy or they're doubtful or whatever. You do not take ownership of that problem. You respectfully let it flow by, and then you turn it back to gain more knowledge. Because if you know the answer, you give them the very wise and brilliant answer. And if you don't, again, you're the stinking rock of Gibraltar. They're the wind screaming by, or the waves crashing on the store, the sailor hurling stones. If you do not know the answer, what you need is more information. Well, what is it that you're looking for? And hopefully it's more complicated or a better answer than that. But when they do, you respond with a question and seek to understand. You seek information. Do not own people's problems. Do not own their doubts. Do not own their fears. Do not own their angers. Do not own their worries. You cannot serve them in such a way. Seek for more information that you may assist and help. You want to know the worst meetings I've had? I've only had one or two of these. And one of them was a legal deposition situation. It was an angry person that just wanted blood. They just wanted blood. They didn't want help. They didn't want answers. They wanted blood. And they just kept coming at me. Boom, you. And every single time I refused to pick up what they were throwing, and I refused to take ownership of their accusation. No, I'm just a consultant. I advise you to do this and you refused. That was your decision. And it had a negative consequence like predicted. And I'm very sorry for that. But I can't own the result. It was not my decision. And I mean, you want to watch somebody just boom, pop like a fembot from Austin Powers movie. They hate it. But when you have somebody that's actually looking for help, and it's just nerves and it's just fear, or more likely, almost always, it's a lack of they don't know what they don't know. And you respond with questions, seeking, and then you give great, mature, wise answers, you will be amazed at how much they start to respect and they start to shift and they start to adjust. Had a salesman come to me earlier today. Classic problem I've made 100 times in my own life. Had a client that was coming in to sign, wanted to review the contract, sent it to the lawyer friend. Lawyer friend tells him, oh, it's a lot of money for it. And so comes in all rattled, nervous, and with all these lawyery questions. And the salesman did what we all do, or have done, and started trying to answer. You had minor panic, started trying to answer the question. It's very natural. But it took ownership of the doubts and fears and let those come in. Oh, I have to respond to those. No, what you need to do is respond to what the inner question is. Yeah, I mean, in all sincerity, you look at them and go, so? Well, you're a contractor, you're just a consultant, there's a lot of money. I'm not the GC. You're the general contractor. I'm the consultant. I'm providing you options and enabling you to save a little over $50,000 is projected on this project. And I am the tool to enable you to be the GC so you can do that. I don't understand. What's the question? Again, that makes sense. Respectfully, politely, turn it back. Shut up and let them talk. Tons to go here, tons to cover. This is a deep and wide river. We've touched on it before, but I tell you true, my best advice and one of the best elements of management, of dealing with people, but especially sales, is have complete and total ownership of yourself and take no ownership of their worries, fears, problems, concerns, and issues. That mindset is so powerful and so important. If done correctly, it is also so incredibly respectful to the client that is the most dominant answer I can give you on any element of sales, whether it is the initial, whether it's secondary, whether it's dealing with irate client and reselling position. This may have been confusing how I got around there. If nothing else, hopefully you ignore the middle and you listen to the conclusion. But that's what I have for today. Thank you guys. Have a great day.